That iconic rrrp sound, you hear it on kids' shoes, astronaut suits, and blood pressure cuffs. It's the sound of Velcro, a fastener that seems so modern and high-tech. But it wasn't invented in a NASA lab or a chemical factory. The entire idea came from a Swiss engineer who was annoyed by a bunch of burrs that got stuck in his dog's fur after a walk in the woods. So how come a simple plant inspired one of the world's most famous inventions? The story starts in 1941 with a Swiss engineer named George de Mestral. He had just returned from a hunting trip in the Alps with his dog and was frustrated by hundreds of burdock burrs clinging to his pants and his dog's coat. But instead of just brushing them off, his curiosity took over. He put one of the burrs under a microscope and saw something incredible. It was covered in thousands of tiny flexible hooks that were perfectly designed to latch onto the loops of thread in his clothes and the loops in his dog's fur. In that moment, he realized the simple hook and loop system from nature could be recreated artificially. But having the idea was the easy part. Making it was a whole other challenge. De Mestral spent the next decade trying to create a synthetic version of the burr. He finally found the perfect material: nylon. The second turning point was his brilliant engineering breakthrough. He figured out how to weave nylon into tiny, stiff hooks on one strip, and then create a second strip of soft, fuzzy nylon loops for the hooks to grab onto. He combined the French words velours, meaning velvet, and crochet, meaning hook, to create the name for his invention, Velcro. And that's how Velcro exists. It isn't a complex chemical invention. It's a direct copy of a design that nature perfected over millions of years. The next time you hear that rrrp sound, remember what you're really hearing. It's not the sound of a factory or a lab. It's the sound of a walk in the woods, the ghost of thousands of tiny burrs clinging to a dog's fur, a brilliant idea that was literally picked up off the forest floor.